is with you everywhere.
I'm Dub, and I'm joined this morning by Drew. Good morning, Drew.
Good morning.
And I've also got Ted here. Hi, Ted.
Hi, Dub. Hi,
my
sorry.
goodness.
So loud. I'm so excited.
Mike is so hot over there. Hey, that's okay. That's what we want. You're both here representing Stage North today because you're here to announce the coming season, I suppose. I should say. How exciting is that? Ted, you're directing one of the plays, which we'll get to in just a minute, but there are 3 plays that we're here to talk about. Drew, why don't you tell us about the very first one that's coming up?
Yeah, so the first one that we have coming up, it'll be December 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Yeah.
And it's actually going to be a Christmas show.
I love it.
So it's called A Peace Country Christmas, and it's a Hallmark parody.
Everyone loves those Hallmark
Right?
movies, right? So
It's everything you love. It's everything you hate about Hallmark.
cheesy, campy,
Incredibly.
illogical at
Yep.
times. It's going to be great.
And it's a musical.
And the best part is, so this one's directed by Ben Bilodeau,
Yes.
but him and his wife, Taylor, I'm blanking on her last name now. I apologize.
so Bilodeau.
Thank you. Taylor Bilodeau wrote it.
Yeah.
And so it's going to feature some familiar faces
Yes,
in it,
it
both
will.
like in who's acting, but in sort of the characters of the show will seem
Yeah.
sort of familiar, eh?
Yes, we did a read of it the other day to just like look over the script. It's hilarious. It's like a big old cheesy tribute to Fort St. John.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think it's going to be a big hit.
I mean, there are like towns in, I think, southern BC and Ontario that always get to be in Hallmark musicals.
Yeah.
Why not Fort St. John?
Exactly.
I think one of my favorite scenes in that read is that the 2 main characters walk into a local coffee store
Yeah.
and then they just start listing off local celebrities.
It's
And
wonderful.
Dub's name actually appears somewhere in the script too, which is pretty
I
cool.
think it appears a couple times. Yeah.
It's like at my actual name, or is it like it's sort of a variation that it'll be clear it might be based on me? Like, hey,
oh,
there's
no, they're
Bud.
just like, that's Dub.
there's,
They're just full. I'm like, yeah, that's him.
there's Doug from the radio station. Awesome. So that's coming up for the Christmas
that'll
season.
be our first show of the season.
Following that, Mr. Sloan, you've got a wonderful
Very
musical
exciting.
you're directing.
Yeah, so Footloose, amazing last year.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to do another giant musical of the sort. And so I sat down and I said, you know, what better musical than Mamma Mia? Because
Yes.
everybody can sing along to it. It's a blast. There's roles for everybody. So it took a long time. It took actually about 4 months to get the rights because it's
Oh,
the
no
most
kidding.
popular show in the world.
Right now, hey?
Right
No
now.
kidding.
So we finally nailed it down. We got the rights. We're going to be doing Mamma Mia. It'll be February 28th, March 1st, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And it's going to be super exciting. We're going to have matinees. We're going to have as many people on stage as we can.
Yep.
It's going to be a ton of fun.
If someone doesn't know what Mamma Mia is, tell us a bit about it.
Okay.
What it is.
Set the scene. We're in Greece. For some reason, there's ABBA music in the background. But it's basically, it's
ABBA and Greece, you know.
hand in hand. But yeah, so it's a musical it's written by the musicians of ABBA, and it's based on this young girl named Sophie, and she doesn't know who her dad is, and she's getting married. So the opening song is her sending letters to the 3 people who she thinks are her dad. Because
Yeah.
she says, when I see him, I'll know. And all 3 dads show up at the wedding. And she has no idea. And it's just the trials and tribulations. It's a comedy. It's really funny. Singing all this ABBA music as she goes, is it you? Is it you? Meanwhile, the mom is like, oh my gosh, here's these 3 men who are really important in my life. And then on the side note, there's like men jumping around in like bathing suits and flippers. And actually, and like I said, it's all ABBA music. And part of it is, I think the first Saturday show we're going to do is a sing-along show. So we're going to be projecting
How
lyrics.
exciting.
And,
How
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's going to be right at that time when we're all really, really sick of winter.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a few minutes of like 90 minutes or 2 hours where you can pretend you're in Greece and
Yeah.
enjoying ABBA. So
Yes,
that's
gonna be a blast.
wonderful. Now we're going to wrap up the season with a play I believe is sort of designed to be kind of the festival sort of play, directed by Emery Mika. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah.
Drew.
So one of our festival shows is going to be Bluebirds. And so it's a story set in 1918 during the First World War that follows 3 Canadian nurses and just kind of the trials that they go through during the Great War. their friendships, their independence, everything that goes on. It follows their stories. It's also a big tribute to the women of Canada around that time who really helped shape the country and that sort of thing.
Wonderful. So,
Yeah.
more serious drama,
Definitely.
historical drama that
Yeah.
you'll learn a lot from by seeing it. So, excellent. 3 excellent plays to look forward to. I did want to quickly mention auditions because they are coming up pretty soon for the first 2 kind of things you're looking at, right, Ted?
Yeah, so Ben and I sat down, since we have 2 musicals back to back, we were like, well, let's just have one big musical audition. So around August 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, so that's not the last weekend in summer. We said long weekends, no one's here. So the weekend before the long weekend, so before, basically, and more information will be on our website and our socials soon. We're going to sit down, we're going to have, okay, here's all the hours, and we're going to invite people to come audition for our musicals. And basically, Ben and I have kind of made this great agreement saying we have so many people in Fort St. John, all we want to know is how comfortable are you on stage? We want to see you come out. Because I know a lot of people with Footloose went, this is my first show, I don't know. And so that's kind of what we want. We want, hey, we want to get you on stage. We want to set you up for success. So we'd like people to think about a song to sing, and we'll have some suggestions if they're not sure. And then we want some people to read some things, and again, we'll send it to you if you're not sure. But auditions can sometimes be really scary, and we've tried really hard to make sure that this is really inviting, because even if in the back of your mind you're like, maybe I want to go on the stage, we want you to come to the audition, just give it a shot. We would love to see you there. But yeah, more specific information we'll release on our Facebook page. We have a website, stagenorth.ca. We'll try and stick it up there too. It's kind of new for us. But probably the 3rd weekend of August is when we'll be hosting those.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess we should really reiterate what you've already done. This is an open audition for everybody. You've got 3 theater veterans in this room. You do not ever have to have been on this stage, ever sang in front of anybody, ever danced before to audition. You could be a part of this if it's
Absolutely.
your first time doing anything like that, correct? Yeah.
I mean, in a former life, I got to be a professional actor, and I was super, super fortunate. But the best director who I ever worked for said, you know what? It's my job as a director, and I'm taking this very seriously this year. When you come onto the theater, when you come to audition, it's my job to set you up for success and to see what you got and to coach you and grow you. It's not going, you're not good enough, I'm going to cut you. That's not it. It goes, you had the bravery to come and stand in front of me. Let's do this. I'm going to make sure that you have the best time. And that's what we want, is to people to come on out so that we can go, yeah, we're going to support you, because it's so much fun.
Yeah, I can attest to how much fun it is. All right. So the best way to keep in touch with all the updates coming, follow Stage North Theater Society on Facebook or Instagram. What's the web address for the website? I think it's stagenorth.ca.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the other way. And I'm looking forward to seeing all 3 of these plays and to auditions coming up. Drew, Ted, thank you so much for stopping by today. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 10421 10th Street.